So, anyways, truth, yo. What is truth, yo? I'm gonna find some truth for you.
DJ.
Battle rap you ever, we're gonna battle rap.
What is truth, yo? Fucking truth, yo. Spitting rhymes, yo. Gonna bitch in your mind, yo. What is truth? What is truth, yo? Fucking up, yo, signals. Oh, and on the wait, hold up. I think everybody's got like their own personal little bubble of truth. You know what I'm saying? What is truth? My favorite place to look for truth is Wikipedia and Google. Those are the best places to find truth, right? So it's gonna come through a screen. That's where all the truth is. In your little black scrying mirror that you got in your pocket, probably. That's everything you ever needed to know. You could pull it up on that machine, right? No need to do your own research. No need to look up or down or sideways. What is truth? Just keep that 2 to 3 meter stare. How far away is your phone from your face? Truth, is most often used to mean being in accord with fact or reality or fidelity to an original or standard. Truth is sometimes defined in modern contexts as an idea of truth to self or authentic. Interesting. Various theories and views of truth continue to be debated among scholars, philosophers, and theologians. Wait, so truth is not even, like, we haven't decided what that is yet? I thought that's when we get to the end, like we get truth, right? That's when we figured it out. But these guys, so I guess we can't agree all on. What is truth? Does that mean that everybody's got their own version of truth? That are you this? Is this you? Do you know everything? Do you have unlimited understanding or knowledge? Does that describe you, an omniscient deity? Are you narrating a novel, everything that's gonna happen to the characters? Is that who you are? Like in real life, you get in other people's heads and see what they're thinking and feeling. Is that your truth? I mean, be honest. Just say it out loud. You don't have to write a comment, but ask yourself: are you these things? Are you omniscient?
Omniscient.
Are you omniscient? The quick answer is no. Well, they may not go as far as saying they're omniscient. They may think they have as much information as they need. I'm good on info. I just need to get entertained from this point on. I don't need any more info per se. Operation Northwoods was a proposed Final Fantasy bad banner Galf E-Self. That's not bad. Galf E-Self. Operation Northwoods was a proposed Galf operation against the Cuban government that originated with the U.S. Department of Defense and the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States government in 1962. It wasn't that long ago. Proposals called for this cronies in anarchy or other U.S. government operatives commit acts of terrorism against American civilians and military targets, blaming them on the Cuban government. These guys, other guys, commit acts of terrorism against these guys and blame it on these guys, right? Do a thing for the greater good, right? Because you gotta take out these guys, take them out. It's true. It's on Wikipedia. Using a major search engine with the single entry of words, about 3 clicks in. Exactly, call that going down the rabbit hole. Yeah, this is sort of where the options start. So blah blah blah. Right, a series of well-coordinated incidents will be planned to take place in and around Guantanamo. Here's our possibilities, right? Maybe we could start rumors, parentheses many, use clandestine radio, might as well send it over alternative channels to make it seem like some hardcore opposition, foment that fomentation, capture good guy outside the base, always a good plum. Start riots near the main gate. We got some friends in there, so maybe we start a riot. That's a good idea. Stuff up. We could start some fires. We could burn aircraft. No bad ideas, you know what I mean? Lob mortar shells from outside of the base into the base. Capture assault teams approaching from the sea. A vicinity capture militia group, which storms the base. There's a lot of sinking ships here. At any rate, like whichever one you choose, right? We would respond by executing offensive operations to secure water and power supplies, destroying artillery and mortar emplacements which threaten the base. Are we in a Final Fantasy? I think there was a Final Fantasy in Final Fantasy. That's like the start of Final Fantasy is a Final Fantasy. If you play Final Fantasy, you may know what I'm talking about. A lot of Final Fantasy going on over here. Is this truth? Is this truth? Is it true document? The National Security Archive. Why did they just straight up post this? What is truth?
Water exposed to music showed beautiful crystals. When he suggested that water has a memory. Does this mean that we create our own reality by the way we speak and think, because it is all vibration? All vibration that has an effect on the reality that we create. What would you like to say to people who really are mad about this because they say, well, I look at my life and my life is really bad, and now you are saying that I did it myself.
They should study about what is resonance. Resonance.
Tell me about
yes, resonance. If I have, this here, tuning hog,
Yes.
like 440 hertz tuning
Yes.
hog, and if I generate the sound of la,
Yes. Yeah.
I could give energy to that steel again,
Yes.
because it began to vibrate. Okay. It began to start. Okay. So vibration is life, and giving life is giving love. I think so. So you can give, love to everyone.
Really good quote, Mr. Masimoto.
So vibration is life.
And this guy says that you talk to the water. He's sorry guys. He's dead. He was a Japanese author and pseudoscientist.
Pseudoscience and poetry.
Said that human consciousness has an effect on the molecular structure of water. Masimoto's conjecture evolved over the years, and his early work revolved around pseudoscientific hypotheses that water could react to positive thoughts and words, and that polluted water could be cleaned through prayer and positive visualization. Hard to see how anyone could mistake it for science. A liar. It was a New York Times bestseller, which I thought was a good thing. It's a head scratcher. Why was this book even popular? What a piece of trash person, right? How could we possibly believe anything? Sound doesn't affect water. Have you ever seen sound affecting water? Have you ever seen sound affecting anything?
Sounds like water.
Damn it, I just spilled my coffee. That's truth. Damn it. Now it's getting everywhere. Fuck. Damn it. Where am I gonna... Man. It's everywhere. At least I didn't spill it on any screens or anything. Damn it. Ugh. I kind of wanted to drink that coffee too. Fucking... Okay, so what have we learned? Don't knock over coffee. Don't hang out near electronics when you're trying to drink stuff. That's definitely a truth. I would say that's a truth. Hardcore truth right there. I use this website to show you that this is right. This is not true because we just learned from Wikipedia, who we trust unconditionally, that this guy's a pseudoscientist. Surprised they don't have an article on pseudoscientists and a list of popular pseudoscientists, so we could corral them and just keep them off from our brains, because, right, this word means bad. You're a fake liar.
Main cause from to be sick from stress, negative mind of ourselves. So this was make me sick.
So it would be better actually to put another word on packages.
Yes.
Love thyself.
Yes.
Be wise while drinking water.
I mean, that's an interesting one, Dr. Masamoto. Brain, it's bad for your circles, it's bad for your stomach and your mouth and throat and your skin and your bones. It's so bad for you. It's possibly the worst thing in the universe.
The following article is from Kids Health. Smoking. Large text size, regular text size. Print. When your parents were young, people could buy cigarettes and smoke pretty much anywhere, even in hospitals. Ads for cigarettes were all over the place. Today we're more aware about how bad smoking.
Go way back to the 50s and just imagine that we're in the 50s. This was totally normal. Doctors smoke camels. They like the camels. They're good for you. Wait, they're good for you? The doctors are smoking in the 50s. Wait, but so were they just stupid? No, I mean, I don't think so. I think they honestly thought that, a bunch of people thought that it was good for you, and that the doctors say, and it's a cool penguin, which isn't symbolic in any way, black and white. Doctors, lawyers, merchants, chiefs in every walk of life agree that cools are soothing to your throat. Throat doctors say switch to, do we really know how bad these are for you? I guess they're bad. It's interesting that they were good not that long ago. Cigarettes were good for you. Smoking, it depends on what you're smoking, right? Some smoking's bad and some smoking's really, really good. And things that have stigma don't necessarily have the stigma, right? You can move on the stigma, right? Truth can sort of shift from there. People that were considered in the same era back then in the 50s, if you smoked the wrong thing, if you smoked this, you were good. That was a good move. Hot chicks will follow you if you smoke this in the 50s, but now hot chicks will follow you if you smoke this, and we're able to get it from. It seems to be this like moving target, especially when it comes from media. When sometimes they'll tell us stuff that I guess according to today, it's not. This is not right. This is not what's going on. Tobacco's ultra bad for you. Probably worse than a lot of things you could do for yourself. It changed. Does that mean it's going to change back? Is the idea going to get refined at all? Is it going to go someplace from here? It feels like it's going someplace. Not okay to hurt other people, right? That's the argument. This thing that was okay in society, now we realize it hurts you, but it also hurts everybody around you. So stop. Is that truth? What is truth? Yo, fucking truth, yo, spitting rhymes, yo. Okay, so, right, on Google Patents, you can go and you can look up stuff like anti-gravity, and then you find some articles, and just because they made a patent doesn't mean they made the thing, right? That means they're thinking about making the thing, and they may have a vague idea about how to make the thing. It does not mean the thing is made, right? That is the easy argument here with Google Patents for both sides, to say that, well, it's just a patent that they didn't actually end up making that. That was just a joke. It was just some research or whatever, but that didn't pan out because anti-gravity's not real. Wait, why do they have the same article a week apart with the same images? Medium orbs, interesting, same picture. Not real, anti-gravity, but I remember NASA working on Harold Sunny White. This guy came up with the warp drive. Wait, it says here, human space exploration is currently still in low Earth orbit. I thought didn't we go to the moon? I remember going to the moon. He's a smart guy, he's in NASA.
Pattern on the interferometer. On one of the beam paths, you've got the laser on the left. It's a very standard setup for a Twyman Green. We've got the detector on the right that goes through the computer that collects the data for the data runs. And then the other test setup that we have is a slightly different permutation on an interferometer. We have a Fabry-Perot interferometer. And so the advantage of a Fabry-Perot interferometer over
I think this video proves that this guy's ultra smart. He knows a whole bunch about something. Turns out that his thing is not real. It doesn't work. He couldn't figure it out. Google. Ogle. Gojiggle. Gojla.
Sinakina dodi chode. Sai? Nanakina dodi chode.
Here's a patent for anti-gravity, right? They were saying it wasn't real. That guy at NASA said it wasn't real. Anti-gravity loop heat pipe of integrated electrohydrodynamic micropump. It's an apparatus for producing energy by achieving anti-gravity, and all from the top point. Potential gravitational energy. This is very sort of detailed. I don't honestly know what he's talking about. I can sort of picture it, right? Stick with fluid and balls. It's very, very specific. This guy has a very active imagination to come up with this type of language. It's very complex language, and Props to him for creating that truth. By buoyancy, the spheres come up to the top level of the water column, irrespective of the height, and allowed to fall from this top level by another magnet. In conjunction with the rotational movement of the actual motion of the moving platform. While falling one sphere, the gravitational energy moves is utilized for rotating the wheel. This is the idea for a perpetual motion machine, basically. This is a very long paper. All these details is not real, though. This was a thing he did for fun. He made this whole thing with all these footnotes and everything. Like it was a fantasy. He made it up. It was a joke. Good joke, dude. You get it, right? Not real. Because none of these are real either. It's hard to get to the truth because when it starts to get really weird out there, none of this has ever been actually confirmed officially, right? So none of that it's not true. Things can't cloak. There's no such thing as a cloaking device.
Cloaking device.
Advanced cloaking technology
Cloaks their ships.
And people just love making up stuff. They turns off the gravity. It's a fake video though, right? For fake video. It's really funny too.
Want to center the infrared LED, maybe.
The more I search for truth, the harder it is to find, I think. See, they seem to be tricks layered within tricks that got tricked by another trick. It's like you get tricked into believing this thing that right, you were not supposed to believe. You were supposed to like, hey guys, I got a secret. And then everybody comes like, oh, hey, what's your secret, bro? What's your secret? What's your secret? Dude, triangles. And everybody's like, nah, triangles. Triangles have power. It's an interrelated power that you gotta believe in to see. But I think the power is true and it's real there. When I look at stuff, cameras can fool your eye. They don't get the exact image, and even your eye doesn't get the exact image. Nothing gets an exact image. Everybody's just collecting from whatever they can find, whatever information they can scavenge for, and then that becomes their truth. That becomes your truth. But if you're telling yourself, I got the truth, I know the truth, I have the full truth, I'm gonna guarantee you that you're missing out on something. I'm gonna go ahead and make such an extreme statement as a guarantee that you will be missing out the moment you decide you know the truth. That moment is your last moment of truth seeking. And I think that's truth, yo. Truth in the house. Truth in your life. Truth in your eyeballs. Truth goes in patterns, right? It's always resonance, details, replications of each other. And that is just a piece of the whole. That's how it gets made up of. You take little pieces, elements, ideas, petals, whatever you want to call them. You layer them together, you gather them. You're going to see it over and over again in the truth. You're going to see the patterns, you're going to see the layers, the iterations, the good old as above, so below. You can find what you need to know.
In the bee.
You can find what you need to know.
In the tree.
You can find what you need to know.
Other places.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, dog. Truth everywhere, all in your face.
You just gotta.
You just gotta.
You just gotta see it.
Dog, truth, truth. Shit, that's real truth, dog. How did the tree grow? That's how truth is. It just grows. It goes, you plant it, it grows real slow. Plant it in that truth and you bring more truth. Truth comes out. Truth is right here. Truth, fucking face.
Keep searching. You're never gonna find it. Never, ever, ever, ever. That's the best part. You're never gonna find the truth. That's the best part. You're never gonna find the truth.